Hello everybody, Ed0626. I want to tell you guys a funny story before I start this gameplay, before I start this commentary. I'm sitting here halfway through a commentary, and I'm talking about this map actually, I'm referencing it, and everyone knows that this map's name is Mercury. I somehow, someway get it confused with Merida, another Greek map in the game, so I had to restart the whole fucking commentary saying to myself, fuck, I can't post this knowing I said the fucking different map name, 5 times in this video. So here we are, we're starting over. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Team Deathmatch on Mercury on Battlefield 5, and I'll be the first to tell you, I don't enjoy TDM in the slightest in this game. Compared to other Battlefield TDM, modes, I find Battlefield 1's choice of map design, choosing certain parts of the map in the game, I find it to be incredibly questionable. See, in Battlefield 1, I quite frankly enjoyed Team Deathmatch. I don't enjoy it at all in Battlefield 5. It's just not fun to play, in my honest opinion. I'm using the I'm also playing as a medic using the ZK submachine gun, and I really do enjoy this gun. I think it's one of the better medic guns in the game. So hope you guys enjoy that in the background. Speaking of my dislike for Battlefield 5 at the moment, I don't know whether or not the new TTK change is going to be implemented by the time I upload this video or not, but I do want to discuss something that has been on my mind for quite a long time regarding Battlefield 5, and that is the implementation of CTE. No, I'm not referencing the thing that Antonio Brown has because he's fucking insane. I'm referencing the community test environment. Now, the community test environment, for some people that might be new to the franchise, was basically an entire server system made up where members of the community who had access to such a thing could test weapons, mechanic changes, map design, and so on. And I thought it was a good idea. I did not like that YouTubers that had access to this posted it online, because it kind of spoiled the surprise of, future DLC content, specifically in Battlefield 1. I won't deny that CTE had incredible benefits for Battlefield, especially in Battlefield 4, when the game was in its worst, when the franchise at the time was in its worst state with how shitty this game released. I got it at the tail end of the lifespan, so I really wouldn't understand that whole scenario. But regardless, I heard CTE did a great job for Battlefield 4. Battlefield 1, I think it also helped tremendously, and I don't really know why Battlefield 5 doesn't have CTE implemented. I think what really inspired me to what really inspired me to make this commentary was the whole 5.2 TTK update change. And 5.2 TTK was probably the most polarizing choice up to that point in Battlefield 5's history. And this game has enough problems as it is. They wanted to take all the fun out of this game by changing the TTK balance in the game, where some weapons would be rendered downright useless. Now, had CTE been implemented into the game, I really do think that 5.2 would have never been released, because I think a majority or a decent amount of the community that had access to it would have never allowed it to be shipped as an update. I wholeheartedly believe that, and I will continue to believe that, and there's not a damn thing anyone in the comments section or in the community can tell me to think otherwise. So it's not just that. I mean, like I said before, Battlefield 1's CTE, they allowed you to use weapons, they allowed you to, explore the maps just a little bit, explore mechanics that were probably coming into the game. It really, some people would say it hurt the game. I think a lot of people would say that it helped the game a decent amount. I'm one of those people that thinks CTE is definitely really helpful when it comes to Battlefield. I think Battlefield 5, again, needs it more than anything. Like, I'll be the first to tell you, especially with map design, I can guarantee you, and I'll be the first to say, Battlefield 5's map design is by far the worst map design for Conquest I've ever seen. I dislike the map design for most of these maps, with the exception of Mercury, Merida, and some of the Pacific maps. Most of the ship maps that came with this game are horrible. They're really bad, and I really don't get any enjoyment out of playing on them unless it's like Rotterdam or something of that nature. Maybe even Narvik. Narvik's not all that terrible. I'm just bored of playing it all the time. You know, they're not fun maps to play. And again, I think, you know, if I don't know what DICE thought of when they were play testing those maps. Again, I think the community test environment could have benefited in that regard, because, you know, maybe some people from the community could have, behind closed doors, played the game, said, hey, don't like where these flags are placed, don't like the design of the map, change, you know, a couple things about it, maybe giving some more further feedback than what I'm telling you. But I just really think that I'm baffled. And I was researching a couple things before making this commentary. I actually read somewhere, and I gotta hold on before I continue. I gotta appreciate my teammate there, my squad mate, for big dicking that one guy and just bayonet charging him. I have not enjoyed a bayonet charge since Battlefield 1, and I think the fact that it's in Battlefield 5, it's the most embarrassing death you can take, honestly. So I gotta give my props to my homie on my squad there that absolutely big dicked the shit out of that guy and just fucked him up. But I don't even know what I was saying anymore, but it's just, like I said, guys, CTE, oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. I read somewhere that, you know, Battlefield 1 CTE was being canceled and shit like that, or it was being canceled on console, blah, blah, blah. I honestly believe, like, they should implement it on console, they should implement it, it should be a future thing to be implemented on every Battlefield game, community test environment. And those who are lucky, you know, give people an access point, or a period of time to access the server, and it could be like, oh, okay, I'll join in here, and then I'm like a permanent member, shit like that, and then, you know, give feedback on the game when new changes are being implemented. Put them in CTE first before releasing it. Let the community decide what it wants to do, and there's that. I really do think a lot of the problems of this game could have been prevented if the community test environment had been implemented. That's just me. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I don't see why it wouldn't be agreeable, given that Battlefield 5 is one of the worst Battlefield games to probably ever be released. And as I'm saying that as a diehard Battlefield fan. I just wish that DICE was smart enough to implement things that would have benefited the game as a whole. But that's just me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Peace out. I'll see you all on the next one.